Hi everyone, it's Celeste and welcome back to my channel. My channel's all about cosplay, but today I'm showing you how I made my Christmas outfit. This is from New Look pattern 6176. So have a Merry Christmas, and I can't wait to show you how I made this beautiful Christmas outfit from this pattern. Make sure to click that red button down below to subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me, and that would be the best present ever. For today's project, I'm using this cotton fabric that I got from Joann's. The print has nice gold stars and music sheets with some Christmas sayings on it. It's very pretty, cute, and I can't wait to start cutting it up. I purchased 3 yards of this material. I wanted to try an easy pattern, so I'm using this New Look pattern, and it's number 6176. I'm going to be using the sleeves and of course the base dress. If you've never opened a pattern before, it's really important knowing which pieces you'll need for creating your outfit. Carefully unfold the tissue paper and locate the pieces that you'll be needing. It's okay to get rid of any pieces that don't fit your size because it takes up extra room. If you are going to be using this for other people, do save those pattern pieces. What I like to do is cut close to the size I need, but not exactly. This way I have the general shape, but when I need to cut it out fully, I'll do so on the fabric. I like doing this because I save a little bit more time and I don't have to be so exact until, the final product. Next step is to grab your iron and all your pieces. Make sure your ironing board is prepped just for your pieces and iron them flat. Have a good setting, not too high to burn the tissue paper. I did this to all the pieces of the tissue paper pattern that I had. Now I'm going to fold over my fabric the way it came, and I'm going to iron it out on a cotton setting. You want to make sure that your fabric isn't wrinkly either, and some people like to pre-wash their fabric so it doesn't shrink. Honestly, I don't see myself wearing this too often, so I'm not going to pre-wash it, but I am going to make sure it's free of wrinkles. Now that everything is prepped, go ahead and start pinning out your pattern. I want to start out with the biggest pieces first and then save the smaller pieces for last. Once your pattern is completely pinned, cut it all out. Now, if your fabric has any darts or pleats that you need to make sure to copy that onto your fabric. I'm going to be copying mine by following the little dot marks and marking it with some markers. My pattern has darts, so I'm going to go ahead and fold it over and pin it in place. So now that I got the darts all done, I'm going to connect the shoulder pieces together, and these are the front and back pieces. I went ahead and lined up the back piece because it was not cut on fold, there's 2 pieces, and I sewed it together. This way that pattern doesn't shift as much. I still wanted to add the zipper in the back, so I left the top part open. I have to add the collar line next. This needs interfacing, and unfortunately I don't have interfacing. My seams didn't match up correctly, but that's alright. I still made it work. After I did that, I attached the front facing. Now that the front facing is completely sewn down, it's time to pin the sides together, and then we're going to sew it. I repeated the process of assembling the sleeves, and now I just need to pin it to the top. I realized when I was pinning the sleeves to the top, it was having a little bit of difficulty and it wasn't fitting. I went back to the instructions and it said to ease stitch. I didn't really know what ease stitching was, but I did. Now I do. It's actually gathering. So I took out a hand sewing needle and I started sewing it until it was nicely gathered and it all fit onto the sleeve. Now the way that I did this was that I kept it pinned, and then the top part, I gathered it and then I pinned it back. Once I finished that twice, I went ahead and sewed the sleeve and sealed it. I went ahead and sewed up the edges of the sleeve, and then I got to thinking that I wanted to go ahead and add the zipper next, because that's what the instruction says to do. So I went ahead and serged the edges of the opening back so I can install the zipper cleanly. For my zipper, I decided to use this nylon gray color. I thought it would bring out the color of the music notes and lines, and it's a really long zipper. I think this is 18 inches long. First, I laid down the zipper to see if it fell where I made the first seam. Hint! It didn't reach it! So, I am marking where the zipper falls and sewing from that point to my first seam. Now that the back seam is fixed, I can fold over the hem and pin it in place. This already has a 5/8 allowance. This will help fold over the right amount of fabric for the zipper. After I pin it in place, then I pin the zipper on top of it. Make sure your zipper is facing the right direction, meaning that the zipper is facing outwards and it is on the right side fabric, not the wrong side. I'm going to change my presser foot to a zipper foot. I'm going to put it on the wrong side first and then sew it down all the way on the side of the zipper versus close to the teeth. This is going to help me make sure that it stays in place before having a problem right next to the teeth. Don't want to mess those up. Once I got the first line down, I moved the zipper foot closer to the teeth on the other side and then I sewed that part down. I do this for both sides. This is what my zipper edge looks like. It's very clean and has 2 seams. I'm very happy with how this looks. Now I just gotta do this on the other side. Now before I can say that I'm fully done with the zipper, I want to make sure that the stopper doesn't get too far deep into the fabric, so I'm going to sew over the teeth just a little bit, and then I will be done. With the zipper, of course, the zipper. Everything's about the zipper. I'm on home stretch and now I just gotta even out the hem of the bottom of the dress. I changed my foot to a serger foot and then I changed my stitch from a straight stitch to one of those really funny looking edge piecing triangle ones. This is actually going to help secure the edges and make sure that if it does come undone, it won't go further than where it needs to go. As in, it won't unravel. Yay, that's what we love. You know what I mean? After I'm done serging the bottom hemline, I'm going to fold it over 1/4 of an inch and then change my presser foot back to a standardized presser foot, switch back to a straight stitch, and then sew it all the way around. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment down below on what you received for this Christmas, and I hope you had a great Christmas this year. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays to you and have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check out some of my other videos, and remember to stay inspired and be creative, and I will see you in a future video. Bye!